You're here because Kail got cheated on by her fourth baby daddy, Elijah Scott Williams, with a girl on a cruise. I paid for the Patreon exclusive interview, so you don't have to. Let's get right into it. I have all the notes on my iPad. They start off by giving us a timeline. It's been 2 years since the cheating incident, and it's been 1 year since it got exposed online. They asked Elijah if he knew who Kail was prior to their relationship. He said he didn't know who Kail was. They go on to talk about how they met. They were neighbors who developed a friendship. Elijah's brother tried to get at Kail first, but Kail said she didn't want the brother, she wants Elijah. She said that Elijah didn't seem interested, which made her want to pursue him even more. She gave him a housewarming gift with Hennessy and something that said, "You're a hot neighbor." They said how they were hanging out for a few months before they had drunk sex and got pregnant. A month later, after finding out they're pregnant, he moves in without notice, just shows up on her doorstep with all his things in garbage bags. He said he was interested in having a relationship with Kail before she got pregnant. They talked about how that first pregnancy went. During this pregnancy, she enters a deep depression. She felt self-conscious about her life choices and had a lot of pressure to start a new career off the show. She was so depressed to the point that she would just say hi to her kids and go back to bed. I empathize with this. I've been in a similar predicament postpartum. Then they talk about how she got pregnant again after only having sex twice with Elijah 4 months after having the first baby. So now, after they've accumulated 7 kids, they start giving more context about their relationship dynamic. Kail's career was exploding, so she was working a lot. She wasn't really focused on the relationship. They said they didn't fight, but they didn't talk either. There were no intimate conversations. It was like a roommate situation. They said how he never complained about her taking all these work trips. So now we get to the time of the cruise and where their mind was during this time. Elijah says how he doesn't feel supported by Kail the same way he was supporting her. How he was 25, went from having no kids to now taking care of 7 kids. Kail is 3 months postpartum with 3 infants at the time. She wants to show Elijah some appreciation for all that he does for the family, so she asks Elijah's brother to go on a trip with Elijah and pushed Elijah to go even though he didn't want to go. She felt like he was doing so much to hold down the household. He was cooking, he was cleaning, on top of going to work. Elijah says that him and Kail had never taken a trip together at this point, so he doesn't want to go with his brother. He would rather have went with Kail, but he felt like he was being forced to. Even tried to offer up his ticket. Kail said that cheating never crossed her mind on both sides, whether it be her cheating on him or him cheating on her. It never crossed her mind, especially because they never had fights about being jealous. Elijah said he felt really alone because he would put in a lot of effort to get one-on-one time with Kail, but they would never get alone time. Kail took accountability and takes partial responsibility for him cheating. She feels like she didn't appreciate him and wasn't meeting his needs. Towards the end of the interview, Elijah started to get defensive around the monetary department. They were bringing it up a lot. She just kept mentioning, "Oh, our relationship was never about the money or my money." Then the video ends off with Kail saying, "with her of all people," in reference to the girl that he cheated on her with. So this whole thing is going to be a 3-part series. That was it for the first part. I'm assuming in part 2 and 3 they're going to go more into detail about what actually happened on the cruise and the aftermath of it all. Here are my thoughts. They completely lost me when they said they have nothing bad to say about Elijah and they're going to come for anybody who has something bad to say about him. It's really sad to see her blame herself for getting cheated on. They making all these excuses for him and applauding him for going to work and coming home to take care of the kids. That's what you're supposed to do. You're a parent. Oh, he took on 7 kids at the age of 25. Cut him some slack. He knew he was 25 and she had 4 kids before they laid down and did the deed. If this is a case where we're talking about both of them being wrong as hell, then I get it. But there's no justification for cheating on a woman, period. But 3 months postpartum after she risked her life to have your kids, got sliced and diced through layers of skin. If you don't feel supported, why not have a conversation? Why was cheating the first resort? They talked about how they never fought and how he never complained about anything. That is not the flex you think it is. You didn't need to get cheated on to come to this self-awareness. He could have just had a conversation with you. But the fact that you said he never complained, that means he just bottled that shit in, which shows a lack of emotional maturity, which is not fair because he never gave you the chance to grow. Can I empathize with Kail? Yes, I get it. I'm a water sign. I feel deeply for other people. I can understand why people do the things that they do. But was it still dumb as fuck? Yes. And we all make dumbass decisions. Don't get me wrong, it might not be to the extent of having 4 baby daddy, but we all got our own shit. It's just not publicized. Do I think she's a great mom? Yes, but she's pushing it. Cause what kind of example are you setting for your kids? Seeing you rotate stepdaddy? So I do think Kail's a great content creator and influencer. I commend her for all her accomplishments and finding a way to make it work with the clusterfuck she put herself in. She lost me on a lot of things. I'm not fully on board with her. She's about one controversy away from fully losing me. Anyways, y'all let me know what you think in the comments. I'll summarize part 2 when it comes out on Sunday. Subscribe, do all the things, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!